여자가 뭐래? Okay, so thank you for joining us today at Rhe Podcast. This is Isaiah Diesel, and joined with my cousin here, actually, Dave. He's a longtime resident here as well. Dave, how are you feeling right now, man, being here?
Somewhat of an emotional experience. Just try not to speak too much. Just trying to take it all in.
Yeah, there's flowers laid out everywhere. I gotta say, from being here, so that's the actual spot that it happened, from right here to right there. They haven't even removed any of the trash or anything. And as you can see, it's on a downward incline, because it's been really mind-boggling to me how this event even happened here in South Korea in the first place. But yeah, being on there, seeing the incline and just the really small space that is in there. You have a bunch of people trying to come down from there, and people trying to make their way up, and they're pushing their way on both sides. It's totally easy to see how that could happen. But Dave, can you share with me a little bit about how you've been having your students share some things, and what's been like some of the sentiments that they've been sharing in class?
Yeah, they've just been really sad about the whole situation and not hoping that it repeats itself, that justice is done, and that we don't ever see anything like this again. And a lot of them just said condolences and sadness for those that who lost their lives and their families, and still kind of bewildered and shocked by actually how it all happened.
So we actually had a whole podcast scheduled, and the purpose of this isn't like shock. There is some kind of like shock, shock news, stuff like that. This is not what this is about. A couple days ago, a friend of mine on Facebook, she was actually working at a hotel, not a hotel, a bar just right up the street here, right above to where she was actually look down and see it. And she was with her boyfriend, who's a Korean and who's a cop, and so he went down to administer like CPR, and yeah, so she had to. This is just a horrible reality of the world we live in. While there were people dying, people were taking out their cell phones and taking videos and pictures of what was going on. So she was actually asked if she could hold a blanket over the people who they were doing CPR to. And unfortunately, the 3 people that they were working on, they all died. And it's a really unfortunate reality, though, that there were so many people who, with their phones out, I mean, you could see it in the footage. You can see how many people are actually taking videos and pictures of what's going on, literally, as people are dying. So luckily, the media did a really good job at censoring a lot of that. When they actually showed the footage, the faces were pretty much covered, but there have been people on, unfortunately, I can't see why people would do this, but there have been people on Instagram sharing footage of that. So it's quite disturbing, and we didn't want to, we are going to show a little clip here that shows there's no dead bodies or anything like that. So I am going to show you this real quick in case we're not totally familiar about what's happening. So let's.
I didn't send you this link.
So yeah, so we're just going to come show the memorial, and I would like to end this podcast here just with a moment of silence. I normally do like an outro. I didn't really want to. Yeah, we had the podcast planned, but just we had some technical difficulties here, and so yeah, we just want to walk around here. There's a lot of gravity here, man. There's a lot of families here. They got some Buddhist monks in the background here, and um, you can kind of see what's going on here. There's a lot of messages. There's been food. Um, wow, this just really hits you here. There's been food, flowers, and notes. There's lots of been notes left. But again, if you're looking from this direction, and you got to think, there's tens of thousands of people who were crammed in this area. You can 100% see how that happened in that little area right there. The area that I thought that it happened was actually right behind over here. They have a lot of bars over here, and I was certain that what happened was they were, because that's also on an incline as well, but it's significantly wider than that. It's probably twice the size, and I was trying to imagine how that could happen, but I don't know. I think there's a lot of theories that are going on right now about what could have happened. I don't think anybody really knows for sure. And yeah, I just want to close off. I don't want to say too much other than if you want to, my friend, you know, if you want to, maybe we'll leave a little note here. But yeah, so the purpose of this is not just for views or sensationalism, but it is to, it is for, you know, to raise awareness for what's some of these people. The government is helping minimally with some of the counseling costs for the people suffering from, like, she was telling me she was getting triggered with some PTSD and such. So I do know they have a support group meeting over there. So Rhe Podcast is going to be helping out with, like, sponsoring some coffee and tea and donuts and stuff like that, refreshments for their meetings. But I am putting the first $200 to help go towards some of her counseling that she's trying to get right now. She's a waitress at the Hitches. She's like a waitress in the bar. So, you know, she doesn't have like a giant budget to all of a sudden have to incur thousands of dollars in, you know, counseling costs. And I do know that she is a single mother. I've known her for a few years here, and yeah, so that's really the purpose of this. If you can donate, there's a link, and thank you. Yeah, there's sorry, so this lady wanted to ask me something. She's showing me a note, but the point is that if you can donate, there's the links in the actually, yeah, I'll re-put the links in the description. Our first podcast we got some technical difficulties here, so yeah, if you can donate, we'll put those links back up there, and you know, 100% of the proceeds are going to directly to help her. And I said these also the sorry, it's a lot going on here. I'm trying to concentrate, but you have people yelling, people who are obviously, they're really upset. So I gotta say, I've been kind of thinking how incredibly bizarre this event is, but seeing where those people would have gotten smashed in there, that's a lot of people. You know, whenever you hear about a stampede, it's normally like 6, 10, maybe 15 people totally that get stampeded on. And when I looked initially about what happened here, I really noticed that it wasn't an actual stampede. It's just like the people literally just got like crushed. They're calling it crush. So yeah, there's still a lot of people really upset, a lot of unanswered questions. And you can donate to help out some of these survivors. I mean, look at all this. It's just a sea of humanity right here. That's the other thing too. This event didn't just affect South Koreans. It affected people from about 15 different countries. I think there are 25 different nationals from other countries. So this is truly an international tragedy right here. And as you can see, the people There's a lot of notes. Really, like, I don't know what can I say. I don't really want to say too much, but just kind of leave off with some images here. People who lost their lives.
여러분 이거 보세요. 네, 이거 보시고 여기 합동하게 여기 동요하시는 분들은 읽어보세요. 여기 이거 읽어보세요.
동요하려면 어떻게 하라는데?